I think we're about ready to start. First of all, welcome everybody to this great day. We are really excited, and my God, look at the turnout. This is outstanding already. So I'm going to turn the presentation to start with to our superintendent, Dr. Jacobus.
Thank you. And I know this isn't projecting my voice, but we're using this for the cable station, so we'll go back and forth. And, there'll be a number of introductions that Ron Kath, our board chair, will make after I just make a few comments. I want to thank you again for coming. It is an exciting time, and we're really here to celebrate the support our community has shown us for looking at providing a state-of-the-art middle school for our students that will be utilized for the next 50 plus years. And we're here to look at the kids in the middle. All of us were middle school kids, even if we went to a junior high school. And it is such a critical period, and so we're so excited that we're able to design a building that is based on the best theory of learning and the best theories about the kids at that age and how they can thrive and grow in the middle school concept or the middle school years. And so this brand new school is going to be exciting. If you've been involved in a new school as a parent or a staff member, as an administrator, it's an amazingly exciting time. I was fortunate as a teacher to open a new high school and be part of the first year staff in a new high school. As an administrator in it was the fastest growing county in the country, Douglas County in Colorado. I was part of opening a high school, middle school, and 2 elementaries during my time, and it brings a new enthusiasm and excitement that we're really excited about for Oltman Middle School. We also are excited about carrying the traditions of Oltman with us to the new building and then creating new traditions as we go forward. So we have hundreds of people to thank, and Ron Kath, fortunately, is responsible for doing some of the thanking. But I want to
promise I will not miss anyone.
That we know we'll miss people that are very important, and I want to apologize ahead of time because we could not move forward and we could not create the school district that we have, which is an outstanding place for kids to go to school, without the support of the community members and support of folks that no longer have kids in the school or maybe never had kids in our school district. So I want to thank you for that, and we'll thank a number of people as we go forward. So I'm going to turn it over to Ron Kath to do further introductions and thank yous, and then we'll move toward the groundbreaking.
All right, thanks, Keith. For those, I get the great privilege of being the board chair of the South Washington County School Board. I've had the ultimate privilege of this will be the second school I've been able to speak to as we open. It was just a few short years ago that Eastridge opened up, and now we have this exciting time on our hands. So really an exciting time for our district, and I do share the enthusiasm from our superintendent as we move forward. I do want to at least introduce the board members that are with us today. We have Joe Slavin, we have Sharon Van Leer, Katie McElway-Stevens, Katie Schwartz, and Michelle Whitty. Unfortunately, Tracy Burnett ran into a business conflict and was not able to join us this afternoon. Now, before we get started with all the introductions, I do want to make one comment. I'm always put in charge of something, okay? And Barb always puts me in charge of the weather. So I will take full credit of it today. Now, if it was raining, I would have never made those comments. And I got the rain out of here on time, and it dried up enough, and we hope nobody gets stuck on the way out, okay? But with that, an event like this, this would have never happened, quite honestly, without a small group of citizens who took on a monumental task and conducted our citizens campaign group. And those folks I want to recognize today. Those are our residents: Gail Meyer, John Norris, Laura O'Connell, Winnie Williamson, Allison Olson, and Michelle Whitty. A round of applause. They went over and above to help us. Another person I'd like to, a citizen of our community that gave just tireless amount of time and effort into this project and volunteered her time. And that was Andrea Backlund. She really helped and worked, again, tirelessly with our support staff back at our central office. She helped coordinate. We had over 100 information meetings during that campaign. So thank you so much, Andrea. Where are you in the crowd?
not available.
Oh, she wasn't, so, well, let's just clap for her anyway. Another one that I'd like to call out, and I won't take the time for every one of the individuals, but we certainly want to recognize all our cities. We have a strong community that South Washington County Schools supports from our cities of Woodbury, Cottage Grove, Newport, and St. Paul Park. And I know we have a lot of our council folks here and our mayors are here. I did learn that two of our mayors for sure are alumni of the Oltman, and actually are Park High grads too. So I know Mayor Bailey from Cottage Grove is going to say some words, but I do want to thank all of the support. I know this year we had a number of council and mayors step up and actually support us publicly. And I know that's a tough thing to do when we're talking about referendums and running city, and we want to thank you for your support going from this project. Now, while this begins, you know, this property, if you don't know, is 57 acres. And we're going to have, the school is going to be 188,000 square feet for the middle school. So it's going to be this infrastructure. We want to thank Cottage Grove as we work through all of the planning going forward. And with that, I'd like to give the opportunity for Mayor Bailey from Cottage Grove to say a few words.
Well, and I guess what I'd say, he kind of stole the thunder, because I also want to recognize Carla Bingham, our county commissioner, who also is a Oltman grad. And
Also the PhD at Park High Diploma.
Yes, Park High. There we go. And you know, if you would have told me back when I was an Oltman Raider and that this school would eventually be moving to Cottage Grove, I would have said you were nuts. But I think this is going to be a neat thing, both for St. Paul Park with the Spanish immersion moving down there, and us getting a new middle school here. And I do think the placement of the school, and I know the school district intentionally did this, where they placed it really does touch all the different four corners of our city. And I think that was a great idea, because the schools do make our communities, the teachers. The fact is people do move to a particular community, and whether it'll be St. Paul Park, Newport, Cottage Grove, or Woodbury, they move because of the schools. And when you build something like this, I guarantee you that the property around here is going to burst with new housing. It's going to give an opportunity for those that are in other parts of our communities, of all of our communities, to be able to come to this particular new school, and then using the facilities, because part of the property that the school district has ascertained for this project, there's a plan for a park that's going to have some amenities for the communities. And again, it is in Cottage Grove, but this is for all of our communities, St. Paul Park, Newport. I'll throw Gray Cloud in there, because if I don't, they're probably going to yell at me, if not you now. But again, I just want to thank all of you for coming out today. I do appreciate being part of this groundbreaking event, and we look forward to, in a year and a half, 2 years, coming back here and cut the ribbon for the new opening. So thank you.
And I do want to recognize, we do have a number of our state legislators with us and our county commissioner. So I'd like to recognize them. I see Dan Schoen's in the audience. Any other of our representatives? And Carla Bingham was already announced, so thank you for coming. We always appreciate, especially this last legislative session. We did get a lot of support from the legislature for not for the referendum, but at least for the levy dollars. So we really appreciate the support you gave us. You know, again, this project could never happen unless we had land. And there's a special family that lives in our community that's been a big part of how our schools have come to fruition. If you think about the Bailey family, we actually have one of our schools named after the Baileys. It was really named after Gordon Bailey. So at this point, we'd like to recognize the Bailey family, and I'd like to invite Ryan McEnaney to come up. He can give a little bit of a feel from the Bailey's family. So I'll introduce Ryan.
Good afternoon, and thank you for being here today. My name is Ryan McEnaney. I am a fifth-generation Bailey family member, and I'm joined today by many other members of our family back here, and then Joe Bailey up front here. I'm speaking today on behalf of my mother, Terry, who is unfortunately traveling overseas. She's a fourth-generation Bailey and the president of our company. So on behalf of Terry, Harry and myself and all of us, we are incredibly grateful to have worked with the South Washington County School District to help make a middle school happen here in Cottage Grove and the surrounding cities. Education has been a foundational element of our family and our company since the beginning, with both Gordon Jr. and Gordon Sr. serving on the school board for what is now District 833, and the school having been named after them. So we'd like to extend our sincere thanks to Mike Vogel, Superintendent Jacobus, Ron Kath, and the school board for working with us so tirelessly through this process. Thank you very much.
And that leads me to the next person. This person's been with the district a very long time. He has managed, this will be his 5th school project. He has helped bring 3 elementaries out of the ground. He's brought East Ridge High School out of the ground, and he will bring the new Oltman Middle School out of the ground. I'd like to introduce Mike Vogel. He is our lead person back at our district office that will be our director of facilities and help us with this project. So Mike, again, we really want to recognize you for all your hard work that you've done for the district and what you're going to do within this project. I'd be remiss not to introduce these next folks, and that would be our architect, Paul Youngquist. Paul, if you could wave for the crowd. He's back over here in the corner. He's our lead architect from Riggio and Youngquist, and then our construction managers. As you see, we got our props out there. They wouldn't let me drive any of that stuff, which is kind of sad. But we have folks from Krause Anderson. So Richard Jacobson, vice president, is with us. He's over there to my left. Brian Hook will be our lead on this project. And then Randy, is it Harum? Harum. I know I've gotten a commitment from them when I got here a couple minutes early that they will bring the project in on time and under budget. So I just wanted to make that announcement that everything is good to go. But what's funny about that, they looked at me and they said, okay, well, you take care of the weather. So with that, it's going to be an exciting time over the next 22 months as this school starts to take fruition. I would like to take one last opportunity for a final round of applause. Again, what Dr. Jacobus mentioned, there's so many people out there, and we can't thank everybody, but everybody did their small part, and I think you should be recognized for that. So a round of applause. So what's exciting for me, what's going to be really neat as we get into the next part of the presentation and then the actual groundbreaking, for those in the audience, we have a number of students here today, and there's a significance to the students being here. A lot of these children are going to be the first kids that come into the new school, and I think that's going to be an exciting time that you kids will have the opportunity to do that first shovel in the ground and know that in really 2 years, you're going to be coming to this school. So really an exciting time for them and for our whole community. So with that, I think what I want to do is wrap it up. I'm going to turn it back over to Dr. Jacobus to take care of the rest of the presentation for us.
So the building is slated to open in the fall of 2018. This is a $72 million project. Again, the result of our community supporting our effort to move forward. And it is for the students that you'll meet as we do some of the photo opportunities. So again, thank you, Mr. Bailey and the Bailey family and Ms. Bailey for all of your support, and we're really pleased that we're able to have you here today, and thank you in person, and thank you for coming today. Barb Brown we have a number of people, we have photo opportunities that we'd like to take care of, especially with our students, and Barb is going to take us through what we hope to accomplish here in short fashion. And again, thank you so much. We're happy to answer questions. You see that drone flying over? That's owned by one of our tech folks, and we took overhead videos when we were first showing the land that we were interested in. We're going to do a time lapse and follow the construction over the next year and a half. So you'll be able to get on our website and track what's happening as well, which I'm kind of excited about. It looks very cool to watch it from the sky as well. So again, thanks for being here, and I'll turn it to Barb Brown. Turn it over to Barb.
I don't think you want to copy me doing this.